What's going on with you, YouTube? It's been a hot minute since we've done a good cooking video. Well, as it turns out, I've had a couple ideas for my cooking videos rolled in. Like, I don't just create one recipe and then do it. I come up with a bunch of different recipes and try to have a couple cooking videos lined up so that way it keeps the content rolling to some extent. But while the cooking video uploads, I made a much shorter video. And let's see. I just got done filming it, so now I'm gonna upload it real quick as a rant video. And it was more than just a rant, it's also a channel update kind of thing, like how the business is going and that kind of thing. So that'll keep my fans jonesing, because that one's gonna upload a lot quicker than the cooking video. This is gonna take a long time to cook, and while that video uploads, we'll kill some time and film a cooking video, and let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to get the stove turned on to 8. This will get it heated up as quickly as we can. Now I want to do a couple of pre-cooking stuff before we, just watch this awesome cooking video and I'll show you how to make a delicious sandwich. I've never actually attempted to make it before, but we got some tasty ingredients and we're just going to throw it together, huh? Alright, let that stove heat up for a second. Alrighty then. And my cooking does get a little smoky sometimes just because I turn the stove on and I want it to heat up and cook, and it's a small apartment, so I got both windows open, so that way if and when I do cook, it doesn't get overpowering. I mean, who doesn't love the smell of bacon? But I'm just saying. So, it's been a while since I've cooked something, and someone made a comment on my channel, cook something. I'm like, okay, you want me to cook something? I'll cook something. People think, oh hey, this guy can't cook worth a damn, and I'm like, well, that's your opinion. And if you don't like the recipe, then don't eat it. Why are you watching it? There's the back button. Can Crush, for all my awesome subscribers, thank you for the support. If you like the dank cooking videos, subscribe for more. The channel is growing because of you cool cobras. It's just about done warming up. Ooh, shite. So, I mean, if you want to see how I make this delicious sandwich, then stay tuned. If you don't want to watch it, you hate my cooking, you think I'm an unhealthy bastard, there's the back button. No one's forcing you to watch the videos. No, I've had a lot of help on the wand business, and I greatly appreciate it. You know, the support's been amazing. And now that I got a couple of different things set up, it's going to make the process go so much quicker. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The stove is just about to temperature. Alright, let's get into this here cooking video, shall we? We got our pan ready to go. It's heated up. We got a plate to assemble our bacon, and then our sandwiches, or sandwich I should say. So to start off this delicious recipe, we're going to need 4 slices of Texas toast. Start off this crazy hamburger, YouTube. This crazy bacon cheeseburger. We're going to need 4 slices of Texas toast. Now, what we're going to do is make 2 grilled cheese sandwiches and with bacon, and we're going to use that as the freaking bun. What? And then we're going to put delicious pizza ingredients in the middle of the sandwich. Why? Because this is YouTube, and because this is a Cooking with Cobra segment. That's why. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to make a damn good patty melt, Texas toast or nothing. But if you're trying to be health conscious, you could use wheat. Whatever bread you want to use. It don't matter. I like to use Texas toast because that makes a good patty melt. Now, the burger itself is going to have 2 pieces. Okay? And each sandwich is going to have 2 pieces, so that's 6 pieces of bacon, which we can make. If we take 3 pieces, tear them in half, we can make this happen. Alright, so before we toast up our sandwiches, we're going to need this. Before we add our bacon, we're gonna grease the pan up with some Country Crock Original, not a sponsor. Yeah, buddy. That look good, don't it? Yeah, it do. Oh, by the way, YouTube, if you're on a diet, don't watch this video. This right here is cheat food. Carb food. Now, what I'm going to do now is turn the camera this way so you can see the pan right there. Alright. Because some of these I'm going to have to do it, use both hands for this. So, some of these steps, I should say. So I'm going to take a little bit of that butter on the fork right there. I'm going to drop it in the hot pan. Turn the stove down to a medium heat. As we turn the stove down to a medium heat, that pan is nice and hot. That butter is melted. Put just a little bit more in there. Now this will give us a nice greasy surface to cook our ingredients here. Right now I got the fork, I'm just stabbing that chunk of butter into the surface of the hot pan, getting it nice and melted. Oh yeah, this is plenty of butter for the recipe. Maybe a rather big sandwich, so I hope you cool cobras brought your appetite. Alright, beautiful. Now we're pretty much done with the butter at this point, because we might use more of it for the grilled cheese sandwich, we'll see. But now that we got a nice caramelization of butter on the surface right there, that medium heat's keeping that grease ready to go. Because essentially that's what it is. Alright, so now we're going to need to make our bacon. This is the only pre-cook we're going to want to do. Because once we get the bacon cooked, the rest of it's going to be 1, 2, 3, done. Okay? So pay attention, YouTube. Pay attention. Now use whatever kind of bacon you like. It don't matter. But I happen to have here some Hormel Black Label thick cut bacon. It's the cheaper stuff at Walmart, but it tastes just fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, YouTube? It's not about how much money you spend on it. It's about making it taste good. Alright. I'm going to need a sharp utensil to open this, so if the bacon's not already open, just open it up real quick with a trusty knife of some sort. Oh yeah, that medium heat, perfect. Now we're going to turn the stove back up to 8 when we put the bacon on there. But that medium heat is keeping that butter nice and melted, but it's not burning it. That butter is going to be the flavor for this bacon. YouTube, I don't know if you can handle dankness this good. I think the food police might come after me for making food this dank. They'd be like, I'm joking. Okay, let's get this open. Alright, so we only need 3 pieces of this delicious, oh so unnutritious thick cut bacon. Now this is the hand I touched it with. This is the hand that's going to open the fridge and put it back so I'm not spreading that all over the place. So sit tight, YouTube. Try to make a cooking video as sanitary. Cooking video, make it as clean as possible. Alright. So now I'm going to tear this bacon in half, all 3 of these pieces, and make 6 smaller pieces. And then we're going to wash my hands so that way I can flip the bacon with the spatula without spreading contaminations, you know. Because salmonella is not a laughing matter. So I'm just going to take this bacon, drop it in that butter, tear it in half, drop it in there. Okay, don't do this at home, use a spatula for this. But I'm being ballsy and sticking my finger in there to move the bacon around a bit. Just because I don't want... Yeah. I've used the spatula for this, but there we go. That works beautifully. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to wash my hands. I'll see if I can turn on the water faucets, which is my elbows. Like a boss. Okay, let's wash them hands. Hold on to your britches, YouTube. I'll be right back. Gonna dry these hands off. Why not get a close-up of that sizzle action before we add our seasoning? Now that we got our hands washed, we can take the bacon, move it around so that way it's all right there, just like that. Beautiful. Now let's add some seasoning to it. We got, you know what, let's just go with some Russ County meat seasoning right there. Payne County. Payne County, Head County, don't matter what you're using. Barbecue sauce seasoning. Over to that meat seasoning on that bacon. There we go. Not really worried about heat too much on this burger, but why not? Add a little bit of slap your mama. And use whatever kind of seasoning you like on your bacon, it don't matter. Sprinkle that Smoky D honey chipotle barbecue seasoning. Now, all that seasoning is going to soak into that butter and grease. So, you know, if I put just a sprinkle of Tony's on the bread before assembling the sandwich on the outside, there'll be plenty of seasoning. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this, speaking of Tony's, right there. Pour a little bit in the lid here. I'll show you how much I poured. Again, you don't need a whole lot of this seasoning. A little bit goes a long way, YouTube. But just do a light sprinkle of Tony's on top of that. There we go. You can save this for the bread. If we need to add more to the cup for the seasoning on the bread, we will. But now we need to get this bacon cooking. So let's go ahead and turn it back up to 8. I'm going to tilt the pan forward here. So all that greasy goodness from the butter just cooks into the bacon just like that. Go ahead and flip it. And watch that grease splatter, it'll get you. We'll flip it over to the seasoning side. A little bit of seasoning goes a long way, and you don't need a whole lot of it. Now that the bacon's kind of cooked and shrunken just a little bit, I can now scooch the bacon towards the middle of the pan. It'll get cooked in all that buttery goodness. YouTube, I gotta take you up on this close-up. Okay, watch what happens. Look at all that grease in the butters. Oh, yeah, see that? This is gonna make a nice addition to the sandwich. Look at that bacon. It's just about done. Gonna tilt the butter and tease you with it just a little bit. This may be just enough butter for the grilled cheese sandwiches too, we'll see. But by cooking the bacon in this butter, that's going to create a really nice flavor profile for these grilled cheese sandwiches, which are going to serve as our hamburger's bun, so to speak. Those pieces are just about done. Now holding the pan down while I flip that bacon. When you're cooking bacon, you don't want pink. Perfect bacon is not pink. Okay? You don't want your bacon to be raw. Anywhere from golden brown to crispy. I don't like my bacon that terribly crispy. I'll eat it crispy occasionally. I don't care, it's bacon, but you know, this will make the recipe go a little bit quicker, to be quite honest. So grilled cheese, bacon cheeseburger with pizza ingredients in the middle. Oh my, YouTube. Yeah, that bacon's done. Not too chewy, not too crispy. That bacon's right there in the middle, kind of, you know. Yeah, come on, you bastard. There we go. Now we got a fresh, clean plate. We can plate our delicious, freshly cooked in butter bacon, seasoned just right for a delicious midnight snack at night. Oh my God, YouTube. If you could just smell this bacon right now. Alright, so now we're going to turn the stove back down to a medium. Thus far, that's definitely a lot of butter in the bottom of that pan. That should be enough to do both sandwiches. But we're going to have to do them one at a time, just so we get it right. Alright, let's take a look at that this delicious bacon right there. Freshly cooked. It looks good enough to eat already, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that's nice. YouTube. What's up though? Alright, so keep the butter out just in case we need it. That should be enough to do our grilled cheese sandwiches here, but yeah, let's do this up, YouTube. Grilled cheeses have two things, toast and cheddar cheese. This is a nice sliced medium cheddar cheese right there. Medium cheddar. just for a little nice bite. Oh, YouTube, if you could smell the buttery bacon goodness waffling through my kitchen right now. It's tantalizing. So I want to get a gauge for how big these sandwich slices of cheese are here. You know, that covers the entire slice of bread pretty nicely. So what I'm going to do with this now is real easy. Take a piece of bread, put the cheese on there, and take 2 pieces of that freshly cooked bacon and make a nice crisscross X just like that. And then put another piece of bread just like that. And yeah, you know, sometimes low and slow gets it done, so I might just keep that stove on a medium heat so I don't burn through that butter. And maybe we'll have just enough butter to cook all these sandwiches here. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Tony's cup and very lightly season the toast right here, just like that. And you don't need a whole lot, just a little bit will do ya. Because this bacon's already seasoned up proper. Take a look at that. Beautiful. Now when we go over to the stove, we're going to drop the sandwich. We're going to drop this grilled cheese sandwich in the stove. Season side first. Drop it in there. And then do the same sprinkle of seasoning on top. Just a white sprinkle. Okay, that's definitely plenty of butter for these. Now we're going to make 2 of these, YouTube, so if you missed it the first time, we're going to repeat the step a second time. I'll go ahead and give that a quick flip. Whoop. And all that butter and greasy goodness just cooked right into that bread. Oh, that is beautiful. Chihuahua. Watch when you're flipping that though, because yeah, that grease splatters just a little bit. But you know what? That's alright. Because that didn't take long to cook. That cheese is pretty much melted. Alright, I'll hold that over the pan real quick, and I'm gonna move those second 2 pieces of bread, and there's our first bun. Okay, so in case you missed it, let's do that same sandwich again. You take 2 pieces of your Texas toast. Yeah, we have enough butter for this recipe, so I want to go ahead and just put the country crock back in the good old fridge here, and yeah. So in case you missed that process, let's go through that one more time, shall we? Because we need to make 2 of these as our top bun and bottom bun. Huey, that grease burned like a sumbitch. Look out for that, YouTube. Now we're going to take another slice of that medium cheddar, make your life better. Stack it on that bread. Enough said. Get the bacon on there. Sandwich the bread. And be careful when you're flipping it, because that grease got some burn to it, yo. It don't take long for it to cook up. That grease cooks up, and a piece of bacon there, okay. But yeah, that grease is gonna cook up into that bread. And while it's doing that real quick, let me just show you what these look like real quick. Okay, take a look at that grilled cheese sandwich right there, YouTube. You see that? The cheese melted over the side like a nice thin blanket of goodness. That grease and that butter just toasted into that beautifully. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna make two of those. Two of those. That by itself is a bomb-ass grilled cheese sandwich, but we're really gonna take this to the next level here. Okay, so I'm going to give that a flip. Now, we're going to end up making that one our top bun because that one's got more of the grease, so it'll help the sandwich stay together. The bottom bun's not going to have as much grease. Just enough butter for these sandwiches to be made. Beautiful, YouTube. Hot. Okay, I wouldn't recommend touching the bread. Just trying to stack it together more evenly. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, that grilled cheese is done. Alright, so we got two delicious grilled cheese sandwiches right here. Okay, scooch that over there. Alrighty then. This is looking pretty good so far, YouTube, I'm not gonna lie. And what's a bacon cheeseburger without a burger patty? Alright, so before we do anything else, let's take a look at these grilled cheese sandwiches. Those turned out beautiful. The grease from the bacon and the butter toasted into that beautifully. Like I said, if you're on a diet, don't watch this video. We're gonna need two more slices. We're gonna need two more slices of this medium cheddar. I'm going to stick that to kind of, you know, coat the bottom of our burger patty. Come on, you bastard, get off there. Use one slice for the bottom, and then we'll put another slice on top when we're done assembling the rest of it. So if you got your burger to this point, you're doing pretty damn good. We're just about there. Like, so far so good. It could be the start to a triple-decker grilled cheese sandwich. Who knows, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and tilt the camera back this way. Got some classic frozen beef burger patties, which is a bit more convenient if you don't want to form it by hand. At least these chefs who use this mixed beef, whatever, it's a burger. Okay, this is soul food on a budget. Okay, they're cheap. You know, you get a whole stack of them. You know, if you want to eat burgers every other day, whatever, you know, you're set. But yes, in the next couple of cooking videos, you will be seeing a vegetable burger. This is going to be nuts. Stay tuned for that. If you like the cooking videos, subscribe for more. Like I said, this is the kind of stuff people want to see. After stacking that slice of cheese on that freshly cooked grilled cheese sandwich, it's melted to the top where I put it. I like that. That looks nice. So now what we're going to do to our burger patties, that same combination of seasoning. A little bit of Tony's. I'm going to have to pour just a pinch more Tony's in that lid for the other side, but that's alright. A pinch of that Slap Yo Mama. Pretty much the same seasoning we put on our bacon. The same seasoning we put on our bacon. The same 4 seasonings. We're going to put it on our burger patty. Pretty straightforward. And I like to season my beef a little bit sometimes. Oh yeah, let's get this Rusk County meat seasoning kicks ass. It's good stuff. I'd recommend it. Put it on any kind of meat you want, steak, ribs. Season side down first. Boom. And alright, tilt the camera this way for a second. I'm gonna grab the lid. No shit. Yeah, as soon as I pick up the lid, I spilled what little Tony's I had out, but that's alright. It's not a huge mess. Yeah, we don't need a whole lot of Tony's, just a little bit. Just a little bit of Tony's. Pinch of that Slap Yo Mama. Rusk County all meat seasoning. I put more of the Rusk County meat seasoning than the others just because that meat seasoning is going to be really, really good. Just a dash of that barbecue chipotle seasoning. Alright, so our burger patty is properly seasoned. We are done with our seasonings for this cooking video. Now we'll go ahead and speed things up a bit, turn the stove up to 8. And this is really all we're going to need the stove for, is the bacon and the burger patty, and making the grilled cheese sandwiches for the, yeah. And there's still just a little bit of grease in the bottom of the pan from when I cooked the bacon earlier. So that grease is going to be soaked into the bottom of that pan with everything else. Take a moment, sit down, and that burger patty is going to take not too long to cook up, but grab a glass of water, a couple puffs of tobacco, and yeah, this burger is coming together just beautifully. Because maybe we can hold off on the tobacco until after I get done cooking it, because now that I'm almost done making it and seeing it come to life, it's like, ooh. So far this burger video recipe is like 36 minutes long. Not too bad, I guess. So I want to cook my burger patty to a nice medium rare. It's almost done cooking. Not quite. I'm not going to leave it completely pink. Now with your beef, your burgers, a little bit of pink in the middle isn't going to kill you. Okay, but you don't want it stupid raw. Same thing with steak. Check on that side, yeah. Alrighty. Look at all that grease we made making the sandwich. Holy Toledo bat, man. I don't think so, Scooter. I'm gonna grab a washcloth and wipe some of that up. Sometimes this is what you gotta do when you're cooking. Kind of clean up as you go. You know, makes the cleanup process go a little bit quicker. If the stove is already nice and hot, you can just, whatever grease you spilt, that stove is already hot. You know, it's gonna come right off. Just washcloth, cold water, that's all you need right there to get that. Boom. Make your stove 1,000 times cleaner. There we go, beautiful. That'll make cleanup for your cooking much smoother. Give that a flip. That burger patty's looking just about done. I'll let it cook just for a little bit longer on this other side, and then maybe one more flip, and it should be done. Beef. How do you know it's medium rare? Well, you'll know because the rim of your burger will have a cooked beef color to it, a nice brown color to it, a nice light brown. Okay, now remember our grilled cheese sandwiches that we had earlier? Well, we're going to take that burger patty and we're going to stick it freshly cooked onto that sandwich with the cheese on it, the one on the top. So we are done with that for a minute. Let's take a look at our sandwich so far. This is what we have rocking. That's looking pretty dank, yo. So now to make this the pizza part of the burger, we're gonna add some sauce, some pepperonis, some cheese. Yeah. We have this sauce. This is a Prego tomato, basil, garlic. This is a tomato-based basil garlic pasta sauce. You can use it for pasta. You can use it for pizzas. You know, people are always going, "Oh, which sauce do I buy?" You know, you got pizza sauces. You got tomato sauces. It's the same thing. You know. You like garlic, you like basil, you like tomato, you know. Not a sponsor. Oh, YouTube. That sauce smells bomb. I'm gonna have a fresh, clean fork. And we're gonna take this tomato sauce and we're gonna kind of mix it around real quick. Just before we do anything else, gonna mix it around, okay. Do a dollop or two of that tomato sauce onto our burger patty. Scoop it with a fork or a spoon there, yeah. 2 little scoops is enough. And then we're gonna take our fork and or spoon and just spread that tomato sauce across the top of the burger patty, just like that. Beautiful. Yep, that tomato sauce is pretty good. It does taste like spaghetti sauce, but it could also pass as a pizza sauce. You have to make sure we don't have any on the jar. All right. Now I could use the shredded cheese for this, shredded mozzarella, but that's kind of a pain in the ass to stack. And it's all gonna melt the same anyway. So I got some Kraft natural cheese, mozzarella string cheese. But yeah, I'm not sponsored by any of these products. This is just a cooking video. YouTube, this video and this burger is taking a bloody minute, but it's worth it. Now, on top of our sauce, as you see right here, we're going to take our last 2 strips of bacon and just put it on top of the pizza sauce, just like that. Yep, that burger bacon turned out pretty good. A small piece in my mouth. It's a crispier piece, but I'm getting a profile for that bacon's flavor. Oh. YouTube, this bacon is heart attack on a bun. This whole burger is a heart attack on a bun. Go ahead and wash that plate off. Okay, now we're gonna have to add, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more ingredients to this burger. Let's take our string cheese, get her opened. And we're gonna tear these mozzarella string cheese sticks into well, I'd say a more manageable slice, and kind of just stack it. Now I want to use this seasoning container to stack this grilled cheese sandwich to the side. Okay, so we can address our bottom bun more properly. So we don't even need to stack it on the seasoning container. Just, yeah, stick it on the cutting board. There we go. Alright, so let's just set our top bun to the side on the cutting board. And then, yeah, this will stack a bit easier than the shredded cheese because it's bigger chunks. Do I have room for this other mozzarella stick? I should. We can make room. And of course we're going to have to microwave it to get the cheese in the burger to melt a little bit. This is why I said it doesn't matter if your burger patty is a little bit medium rare. Start tearing the cheese a little bit longer so we can stack it. Who doesn't love a classic string cheese? It's a childhood favorite for a lot of people, I'm sure. And Kraft makes some pretty good cheese.
Okay, I ate a small piece, but I had to. And another one. There we go. So here is our burger so far. This is looking pretty good. Right now, I'm gonna squish it down just like that. Kind of flatten it so we can get a nice level surface here. That's looking pretty good so far. Got our other grilled cheese sandwich just chilling out right here, waiting to be put on top. Now let's put some pepperoni and some Doritos and one more piece of cheddar on top, and then we'll sandwich the two together and microwave it. Get that cheese melt in effect, because that's what people come to see, right? The cheese pull. This right here is a burger if I ever did see one, YouTube. We'll open up our pepperonis here and grab a couple and put them on top of the mozzarella. Like a sweet Cinderella story. We're gonna put those pepperonis and just stack a couple on top of our mozzarella. That's a nice little stack. Let's do 4 more. Oh. Huh. It's probably not gonna work. I might have stacked too many. It don't matter, just put the pepperoni right there on top of the mozzarella cheese. Do a nice couple of pepperonis there. Those are good. Now they got our pepperonis on there again. We're gonna squish it down. We want a nice even work surface. We don't want to squish it down too much. We're not making flatbread here. And take that mozzarella cheese and kind of tuck it in just a little bit. All right. Now we got our final 2 ingredients, people. Nacho cheese Doritos. And the pepperoni stacked perfect. Now we're going to stack some Doritos on top of the pepperoni. Nacho cheese Doritos, baby. We got room for one more. Yes, we do. Put that right there. Beautiful. Right. This burger is nuts, YouTube. Look at that. Look at it. I want you to look at it, YouTube. Look at it. Look at it. Alright. I'm not going to put any hot sauce on it. Just going to focus on good flavors for this one. Hoo-wee. Got one more slice to put on top. Alright, just like that. Crush those Doritos down with that cheese underneath. Yes, please. I'm gonna tuck the Doritos underneath that slice of cheese. Oh, that is just perfect. Okay. This is a heart attack on a bun. You think that's enough cheese? Yeah, that's enough cheese. Now that we have that done, we're going to squish the other grilled cheese sandwich down onto the, just like that. And then let's, make sure all this cheese that's in the middle, there's a little bit sticking off the side. Okay. I don't want to make a humongous mess when I microwave it, melt it. A couple Doritos might try to fall out. That's alright. That's alright. Alright, taking a look here. That's looking pretty sweet. Alright, so to get that cheese in the middle to melt, I'm going to put it in the microwave for 44 seconds. YouTube, this burger is gonna be boss. Excuse me. Took almost an hour to make it from start to finish, but so flippin' worth it. I want to watch it in the microwave. I'll be right back. YouTube. That was enough time. YouTube, that was the perfect amount of time in the microwave. The cheese is melted. Yes, please. Let this burger cool off for a second before we dig into it. Yeah. Are my burgers weird? Probably. But you can't say they're not original. Bacon pizza grilled cheeseburger. That's what it's called. Bacon pizza grilled cheeseburger. In fact, I'm going to take it into my kitchen where the light's at, and we'll get a 360 of it all melted before. Actually, right here's, yeah. Right here we got some light. Okay, let's take a look here, folks. Look at that. Look at that burger, man. Look at that. The cheese has melted. Look at that string cheese. You can see right there, it's got some pull to it. Flavor coming off that, phenomenal. The cheese right there on those Doritos melted. Beautiful. Now, sometimes I don't do cooking videos for a while because, you know, I don't have much to eat, and quite frankly, what I do have to eat is not very entertaining. This is the kind of stuff I do for my cooking videos. Now I flipped it over upside down because, yeah, that's just what you do with the burger. Now the reason why I flipped it upside down is so it could cool off more evenly. I'll flip it right side back up when I'm ready to eat it. Alright, so I want to wash my hands after cooking this because this burger is going to be messy. I just have a feeling. Maybe it won't be messy. Maybe it'll looks like it might hold together pretty good. Might lose a Dorito here and there, but I don't know. Almost to 9,000 subs. Get it, YouTube. If you like the cooking videos, subscribe for more. I have a feeling this burger is going to be quite delicious. I don't make burgers like this too often just because they're high in calories, but yeah, you know, you got to live a little every once in a while. Dry my hands off and be right back. Alright, so now we're at the final stage of our cooking video. My hands are washed. I got a soda pop to wash it down with. Water, milk, whatever you got, don't matter. Got some Mountain Dew throwback. This video is 1 hour and 2 minutes long, but that's alright. My fans haven't had a decent cooking video in quite some time, so this will satisfy their craving for some dankness. Not a sponsor. I'm not sponsored by any of the products you see in this video. This is just me cooking some good old-fashioned bachelor food. Bachelorette, bachelor food, you know. You make a sandwich like this, cut it in half. Make yourself a big old... Got something behind my teeth, hold up. There we go. Sorry about that. That's something stuck in my teeth, but I got it. But yeah, you cut this sandwich in half. Get yourself a bowl of tomato soup. You're set, dude. Shout out to Healthy Junk Food, Joey's World Tour, Dame Drops, Report of the Week, Sam the Cooking Guy, Ken Domick, Badlands Chugs. Shout out to all the food reviewers, cookers, you know. Shout out to Simple Cooking. Shout out to Barbecue Pit Boys. Oh yeah, there's tons of places you can go on YouTube to look and chow down, learn some new recipes. Sometimes that's how I get better at cooking, to be quite honest. YouTube, I'll watch friends, family cook, and then I'll watch YouTube videos, and then sometimes I'll have like my own inspiration and just kind of go with it. And this is one of those just go with it burgers, you know. Yeah. I'm not gonna let it cool off for too much longer. I am gonna bite into it. But this side is cooled off just enough. I can flip it back over, right side up. Holy shikes, man. Look at this burger. This is insane, YouTube. This is just calories right here. I mean, the only thing that would be unhealthier than this delicious monstrosity right here would be using donuts for the buns. Or banana bread for that matter. Click like if you want to see me make a burger with some banana bread for the buns. I can make some easy to make banana bread. It's really easy to make. I've made it before, and I have the ingredients to make it. It turned out really good, and it was so easy to make. Yeah, I made chocolate peanut butter banana bread that was so easy to make and tasted so good. I'm like, yo, that has to be a recipe on YouTube. I might just do that. I might just do that, YouTube. The banana bread I made only took like a minimum of 4 to 8 ingredients, and it was really easy to make. Now, making the cooking video is fun. Eating the sandwich, twice as fun. Waiting for it to upload, ugh. Because I'm recording it on my phone, it's gonna have to upload to my desktop, and then it's gonna have to upload to from the computer to YouTube. So it's a 2-step process, kind of a pain in the ass, but worth it because my fans love the cooking videos. That one looks just about, yeah, it's got a little bit of tobacco in it. Take a couple of hits of tobacco before I eat into this. I'm not sure how this is gonna taste, but it looks and smells delicious. It looks like food. And you saw how easy it was to make. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the neck to make, but, you know, just for the sake of saying, hey, look, internet, I made a burger with grilled cheese sandwiches for the bun. I might have done something like this before. I don't remember or recall. Either way you shape it, this is a burger. Now, if this burger ends up being good enough to be in a restaurant, well, I'll be the judge of that. I made it. I gotta eat it. Certainly not the most disgusting thing I've made. I mean, I've made things that were a lot grosser, to be quite honest. This is one of those combinations where I'm just like, yeah, that actually looks like something you'd see at like a sports bar or something, you know? Like, oh, hey, grub, you know? Shout out to Epic Mealtime. Yeah, buddy. Oh, YouTube. Even though I got both windows open and that cool, refreshing summer breeze waffling in from the evening, between the cool, refreshing late morning breeze and the smell of a delicious burger, it's a magnificent feeling. Take a moment just to appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie, it does smell pretty good, yo. I got just a little bit of soda left to wash it down after I eat it. I'm about to get into it, yo. I'm stalling for dramatic effect. Like, is it gonna be good? Of course it's gonna be good, man. It just looks good. We. If you like the cooking videos, check out my other awesome cooking videos. Subscribe for more. Am I an expert cook? By no means am I. No, not in the slightest. I don't have some fancy degree from a culinary school. I'm just a bachelor who likes delicious food. So I'm like, check this out, YouTube. I'm gonna sit this plate in my lap. Make sure I got the camera adjusted just like that. Beautiful. I'm gonna scooch back a bit so you can see my face while I eat it. That has been the complaint of some of my commenters. They're like, we can't see your entire face. Okay, so you want to see my entire face while I eat this monster? Alright. Well, here's to almost 9,000 subs. Okay, that first bite. Yo. Now, to be fair, I did have dinner at a friend's house. The only reason I made this sandwich was so I could have a cooking video for YouTube and maybe something to snack on later. But YouTube, this burger kicks ass. Dude. Okay, it's dripping with grease, but I don't care. Let's get a view of that delicious cross section. Right there, you can see the grilled cheese sandwiches, the beef, everything right in there. Oh yeah. This will make for tasty lunch tomorrow. If I didn't just eat dinner, I would be able to finish this. However, this just makes it so I don't have to cook anything later. Oh, YouTube. If you're on a diet, don't watch this because oh, dude, this burger is cheesy goodness. YouTube, I have done it again. That medium rare beef, that cheesy goodness. Oh. I guarantee if you make this for yourself and you're hungry, this will fill you up. This is a big sandwich, you know. You cut it in half, you know. The sandwich is big enough to share with somebody. I'm just saying. You cut this bad mother in half, dip it in some tomato soup. Oh, dude, you're set. You are set, YouTube. YouTube. It's a good sandwich, yo. There's a grilled cheese sandwich, and then there's a grilled cheese sandwich. Ooh-wee. I burned through like half of this sandwich practically, and I'm really starting to feel full. I was full when I left my friend's house, mind you, but I'm thinking there's no way I'm going to be able to eat this entire sandwich. I'm like, you know what? Worst comes to worst, I'll just save it for later. Yeah, YouTube, this sandwich kicks ass burgers. This sandwich kicks major ass burgers. Would I make this sandwich again? Absolutely. This needs to be in a restaurant somewhere, man, because this is soul food right here, YouTube. That's what it is. Oh man. But like I said, I was already full to begin with. I made this just so I could do a cooking video for YouTube. And you bet there's mad cheese pull on it. You don't see it on camera, but trust and believe the cheese pull is there. I bet you if I cut it in half and just went, you'd see it. But I don't want to break it in half and risk the structure of the sandwich here. I was going to cut it in half, but I decided not to. Just go in there and eat it. There we go. There's that cheese pull. It's so good, I don't want to stop eating it, but I gotta make myself stop and be like, nope, this can be lunch tomorrow. The plate, YouTube, look at that plate. It's just covered in grease, yo. Oh man. That is a massive, massive sandwich, yo. Oh, dude. I ate half of it and I'm regretting it. Just in the fact that I know I'm going to be stupid full, but the lesson to take away from this cooking video is dankness. Dankness has been served. So if you'd like to try the bacon pizza grilled cheeseburger, make one for yourself, dude. You won't regret it because this tastes good. This tastes like, you know, this is a very filling sandwich. The amount of cheese and meats and excuse me, it was that good. Yo, one last look before I put it away for later. You want to grab a bite, YouTube? You know you want to. Wow. Ooh-wee, YouTube. Words cannot describe the flavor of that. Lightly seasoned. Sometimes I've over-seasoned my burgers. No, that one had the perfect amount of seasoning on it. Light. Boom, another can crush for dank bacon cheeseburgers. The amount of grease that was in that sandwich, YouTube, was ridiculous. You saw it dripping onto the plate. I had to wash my hands again after eating just half of it. I'll grab a glass of water, have a smoke of some fine pipe tobacco, and leave you with it, YouTube. Fresh cooking video for your face. Cheesy, greasy, savory, just melt in your mouth good. That is the best way to describe this burger. That glass of water was probably the healthiest thing out of the entire ordeal, but don't care. Oh, bloody hell. That was a good burger, YouTube, and just half of that alone was, oof. If I hadn't eaten dinner at a friend's house, like I said, I would have, and they invited me, so I wasn't going to be rude, you know. But, yeah, that sandwich was delicious. Definitely not nutritious. That's more of a greasy, packed with protein and carbs kind of sandwich. So, yeah, if you like the way that sandwich turned out, you want to try it for yourself, you should see how easy it was to make. A little bit of pipe tobacco to complement that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Well, this cooking video is now an hour and 24 minutes long. That's ridiculous, but what's not ridiculous was how good that burger was. Just kidding, it was pretty ridiculously good. But yeah, there you go, YouTube. I'm gonna get this video up to my desktop as quickly as I can, and that's gonna be that. Anyways, tubes, thanks for watching me make another delicious burger. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Anyways, tubes, like I said, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, you know. And yeah. Anyways, tubes, thanks for watching. Catch you cool cobras on the flip side of that burger patty.